So here's another salad from me. I think it's really nice to think about a salad and actually understand about building sweetness and texture and savory and crunch and all the different elements that go into a salad. I actually quite enjoy it. I like to sort of lean into the theory behind a salad and really understand what makes that salad great. So this is a salad of all the great things that are around now. Some pear, some persimmon, we've got some walnuts, we've got some Castel Franco, we've got some watercress. I'm going to make a dressing out of blue cheese, Crozier blue. You could use Roquefort, you can use bleu de Basque, a bit of Stilton you got left over, absolutely fine. But the principle is the same. It's about balance of all those textures and the sweetness and the crunch and the leaves and the bitter leaves and understanding it. So let's go, let's do it. First thing we're going to do is make a dressing. This dressing is quite interesting. So in here I have milk and blue cheese. This is Crozier blue. You could use whatever you want, Roquefort, whatever. So in there, they've been boiled together very quickly just to sort of melt that cheese a little bit. It looks a bit gross, but actually stay with it. It goes really nicely. We need a little bit of mustard. I don't want the mustard flavor, but I do want the beauty of that emulsification from the mustard. In goes a little bit of salt, not too much because that cheese is going to be pretty salty already. So in that goes, gets a little spin. I'm then going to go with an egg in there as well. I like to use cooked eggs in these salad dressings rather than raw. So that's a 5-minute cooked egg, again holding that emulsion for us. And then in we go with some oil. This is half olive oil, half veg oil. That goes in, a bit like a mayonnaise, so it goes slowly, really important. Okay, so there's that dressing. If you follow the recipe that I've given you, it's quite a loose, wet dressing because you don't want a mayonnaise, you want a sort of salad dressing, but a slightly emulsified one. So we're just going to use this dressing into the bowl. Don't just chuck it in on top of the leaves. If you coat the outside of the bowl with that salad dressing, this makes a really nice way of being able to dress those leaves. So we've got here, that's a Castel Franco, which is a bitter leaf grown in Italy often, and it's fantastic in January, February. We're just going to take the base of that lettuce off, and we're going to leave those whole. I don't want those whole leaves to be broken up. A couple of these bigger ones can be cut, but generally speaking, I'm going to leave them as whole and as natural as possible. I'm just going to pop those into the bowl. I'm trying not to sort of break them, that's important. We can come back to those in a second. And we just give that a little mix. You see, lining the outside of the bowl and then just mixing nicely like that is a nicer way to do it. You don't have to sort of crush all the leaves at the same time. They just get nicely coated. Right, hold on to that for a second. Just cut some nice persimmon as well. So we'll just cut some of that. You could peel this, but they're quite soft. So we're just looking for that beautiful color this time of year and the sweetness that brings. So beautiful. These are what we make our hoshigaki from. I think I'll use this pear, so we'll just take a few slices of pear as well. I might cut those into slices or matchsticks or something. Whatever's convenient. It's a salad. I'm not going to take all day over it and try and make something particularly fancy, but we just want this salad to be delicious. So it's more about the texture. So this is bringing sweetness, but also bringing some sort of crunch to this as well. So there you go, that's my very complicated prep. And then we've got some walnuts, because I think walnuts this time of year are fantastic. So walnut, persimmon and pear, Castel Franco, a little bit of watercress. You sort of feel it coming together. And this bowl looks like a nice one to me. Okay, so I've got my dressing. This is how I'm going to start. I'm going to use a big bowl because I think I like these things in a big format, these salads, where they sort of feel really generous and sharing. I'm going to start by putting the dressing on the bottom. So you sort of discover it as you eat through the salad, you sort of discover it. So that's our really quite pungent and well seasoned Roquefort dressing, or blue Crozier blue dressing on the bottom. I'm going to add a few walnuts now as well, because this is the sort of crunch that I want you to discover at the bottom of the salad. Then we're going to go in with these salad leaves. A couple of them are not dressed, and some of them are. The art to this is making sure that these leaves look like they sort of fell out of the sky into the bowl and they landed really naturally. It's kind of, if you force the landing of them, you can scrunch them together and that all feels a bit forced and a bit weird. Then I'm going to add these beautiful persimmon leaves in there as well. That punch of colour and the sweetness when you reach it with the blue cheese, I just think that's going to be fantastic. Also got some watercress. It's quite peppery. That's really nice in there as well. This time of year adds another like sort of bit of structure. I want some black pepper in there as well because I think that really nice with the salad. I'm using the black pepper for that sort of punch with the salad as well. A couple more walnuts, a couple more leaves just to make that stick together. That one's undressed. And that one at the top like that that's really dressed. And a couple more of those persimmon. I'm not fussed what this looks like. I'm more bothered about how does it eat? What happens when I sort of pick through the layers of this, and what do I get? What's my experience of that? So that's what I'm really looking after. Maybe one or two more in there. Give it that bit of height. And then a bit more of that watercress just to finish. One last walnut, doesn't want to go to waste. And I think that's a really lovely salad. Castelfranco, persimmon, watercress, walnuts, and that beautiful blue cheese dressing. I think that, for January, is an absolutely beautiful thing. Enjoy.